Let me just get it uploaded, and then we're good to cast some games of StarCraft 2. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's doing well. Decided to jump us into some GSL replays today. We're just going to work our way through Group A, then Group B. We may not go through all of them, to be honest, but we'll try and get through as many as possible. We'll just see kind of how it goes. So yeah, we'll start up in Group A. We'll just work through that, and then we'll move into Group B, and we'll work through that, like I say, probably 5 to 6-ish hours of StarCraft, and just go from there and see what happens. So let's I think just get underway without any further ado. Awesome. Alright. Hello everyone. How's everyone feeling? Let's do some GSL replay casting. That's a Benjamin. One from Texas. Hello, hello. So yeah guys, I really don't have much else to add. Apart from like, let's just get started. So let's just cast some games. So obviously GSL groups happened the other day while I was actually in Poland, so I was not here. Usually I try and do these casts like same day or next day or something to that effect, but not this time. So yeah, just couldn't really make it happen. So yeah, just something a little bit different. Doing it today, and then tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, we're going to have WardiTV June taking place. So we'll talk more about that a bit later on as well. For now, let's get in and enjoy some StarCraft 2 from the GSL 2025 Season 2 Round 12. This is Group A, and the opening matchup will start off in the top left-hand corner of the map with the Red Protoss player Zoun, while in the bottom left, our blue Terran player will be Kua. And we get into what will be a chunk of best of threes. This is all best of 3, of course, in the in these groups and in GSL in general until we hit the playoffs. So yeah, this is all going to be some best of 3s. As we get ourselves a probe in the main, getting ready to see what's gonna be going on. Oh, don't have no health bars. One sec, guys. Need 2 health bars. Awesome. Should be fixed. Some of the settings are going to be a bit weird because there's actually been a patch. I have no idea what they updated, but there has been a patch since the last thingy. I can't talk. Since the last since these were played, so we actually have to like disconnect from StarCraft and then log back in every time. It's gonna be a little bit annoying, but that's just gonna be how it is. It's all good, and yeah, we will see what happens as we get into some games and we cover these GSL replays. So starting off with Kua versus Zoun. Pretty interesting opening matchup. Kua obviously GSL runner-up last season. So he came second place, just losing out a Hero 7-game series as well, in a very aggressive meta where he has kind of continued with that a little bit, but I actually do also think the SCV pulls have calmed down a little. I feel like we've taken a couple of steps in a direction where now the SCV pulls do not happen as frequently. It feels like we're stepping away from some of that aggression as Terran players and kind of moving more towards some of the more standard games and more kind of like pushes that are looking to pressure but not be super all in, you know? Stalker will Chrono Boost, the 2 Reapers on the way, Factory and the SCV on the way out. Those Reapers will be popping shortly as the Warp Gate and the Stalker continue to come across as well. First Reaper coming up. Actually going to see 2 more Reapers in the Hellions, so a little bit of the aggressive kind of opening here already from Kua, so going to work on that for the next few moments. And bring that across and get that into place. Let's just have the 2 Reapers in the Hellion going up that right-hand side. Yeah, the Twilight Council is about to be finishing right there. There's the blink on the way through. We do have the Warp Gate coming up as well. Reapers and the Hellions gathered together. Blink on the way through. Warp Gate's still coming up. The couple of Reapers step over to that right side, and this hallucination has seen everything, so the preparation here from Zoun should be absolutely spot on. There should be no real issues there. And that is exactly the case for the moment, so good initial defense, no shocks provided just yet. We are going to see that forward structure going down, but that's okay. It gets cancelled first of all, and then you've got the sentry to force field if you need it as well, so that's absolutely fine. Stalker's going to shoot. Reaper going to take a few more hits. We are going to be seeing the blink still about halfway done, but these units really dove in here to try and get something done, and we've killed a single probe, and that's going to be every single Reaper going down. The Hellions get chased away at the front, so they do not gain access to make anything happen. Tech lab on the factory, a tech lab building on the starport. And Robo Facility and the Blink continue to come up. Siege Tank and the Marines continue to come through. The bunker is on the way. We're going to be seeing the Stalkers there. Just going to go and try and hit the medevac with a mine. It's going to get burrowed. Ooh. That was like a cute attempt of a play there, where you try to put the probe in the gas at the last second, so the Widow Mine shot is essentially wasted because it will hit the probe in the gas and then doesn't actually hit the probe. A couple of workers going down total, but it's not exactly ideal for Kira when you've given up 4 Reapers. The 2 Hellions did nothing. The entire opener just did not really achieve much of anything, so Kira with a bit of a flop in the opening moments. And yes, he still has the Hellions out on the map and using one here for some map control. One in the main base actually might have more success than anything else we've seen so far, but ByuN Micro does not chase the probes. And that is going to give away the opportunity to potentially get some damage done there. It was the opportunity. We're actually going to get 1 worker there. That's going to be all it is for the moment. Just the 1 probe going down. And that will be that. Let's just have the refineries coming online. And yeah, the prison going to load up again. Stalkers unload. A few of these Marines taking hits. Going to go after some SCVs as well. So a few workers going down. Damage being done. Medevac will go down. A couple of Stalkers get lifted again. The Marines in the tank coming back across. Pro's is going to transfer across, obviously third game finish. Was not the fastest third base of all time here from Zoun as the Raven continues to come into play. Just going to see the Raven actually is going to go down as well. So Kira not really having a good time at all. Honestly, everything he does just feels as though it goes a little bit wrong for him. You know, it's just not being clean throughout. Everything has come with issues thus far. Marines chasing about. The Observer still moving around as well. Now I've got those upgrades finishing from Kira. That's typically where Terran first has their real kind of big kind of pushes able to come onto the map as well. So chance to make something with that. And we do have our charge coming online, getting Chrono boosted, and obviously the bio upgrade's now done. Can Kira get onto the map? He actually has an okay army supply. Full harassment. His army is not suffering for it. Hallucination there will spot this army that starts to come across, so you will have some preparation time now as Zoun. Observer gets turned around. And we'll just see this Bioforce in general from Q still stacking up together. Use arts and a couple Stalkers both joined up. I mean, good for the Storm as well. The Storm always makes up so much army supply that's missing at this stage of the game for Protoss. And that's definitely something of what's going on here as well, right? Just the Storm can keep the Terran at bay. I don't think Q's too upset though. His third base is getting ready to move into position. He can put that in position in the next few moments now. All of that bio gathering up. Getting a Robo Bay coming through as well. Massive medevac drop trying to get into the main base, but Zoun is ready for it, so no opportunity found still here on the side of Q. He's being kept at bay pretty nicely so far. Uh-oh. Kind of scary. The main base is still covered by Stalkers. Just going to go for the drop in. We'll honestly get a lot of units out here. We'll force the recall. So Q actually gets a pretty okay setup considering the situation. Lifts up against the recall and gets 7 probes. We also hit the right-hand side. And Q actually getting a few moments here where he's able to cause a little bit of chaos and have Zoun a little bit off guard and not actually just ready for everything. So Q is succeeding for the next couple of moments now. Use Zal to move up to that high ground. Coming back around, Viking Marine Marauder still coming up. Whilst this +2 attack, some thermal lands continue to come into play as well. They're going to be there, and the Fusels just charge straight on in towards the bio, and we'll see a few of the Marines and Marauders getting taken down. I think the Widow Mine will get burrowed up again. At this point where Q gets all of his tech online at least, Ghosts, the Vikings, all getting to come through. What he is missing is something you can't really get too soon when you invest into Ghosts and Vikings as well, is the upgrades. And he's just now started the 2-2, beginning preparations. To get his upgrades kind of, still on time. He's still actually ahead on upgrades, so he's not in a bad place for those with the armor upgrade where his opponent doesn't have it. Tense couple of moments. Zoun having a lot of his tech coming online, maybe thinking about pushing in sometime soon. Yeah, maybe not quite so sure himself. Bio chasing, Zalts get pushed away. High Templar gets stormed down. To attack, and the disruptors continue to come on through. Army down the right hand side. Army still gathering. CC moving across over the edges here. Bio going to get charged into by the Zealots. Stalker's good for a medevac. These Zealots really will just keep on kind of hammering home the front. 14, 15, 16 STVs going down. It's a really nice little counter. We got to turn and fight here a little bit. And a good EMP on the High Templar. Yeah, the second EMP was a moment late for that first storm, which kind of forces Q to disengage. (26 SCVs dead). Medevac's coming about. Again, the planetary fortress coming up. So we're just going to get there. Marine will go down. +3 attack. And the extra Medevac's all coming through. First Marauder all going down. The Stalker's been working. You can see this Bioforce going to stim up. Rocks. Need to be careful. Good EMPs at the front. Those Disruptors flying forward already. Now going to knock down the Rock Tower. That one-eye Templar forced away from his buddies. Q's going to pull the SCVs though. So a similar thing with him against Hero in the WardiTV Mondays yesterday. Super afraid of the army. Starting to pull the SCVs in preparations. Knows it's not going well. GSL's charge in. We are going to get ourselves a Disruptor. Next Disruptor shot gets dodged from nicely. Q dealing with his army well so far. Good start of the fight. He's chasing through a Storm, which is scary, but he gets rid of the Colossus and a lot of bio. And Kira, he's going to have to still step away from the Zealots, but he actually traded very well here. Zoun is rich. 5 base with a in fact, a 6th base is already finished building, so his base count is great, but he's down 60 army supply following this fight. Upgrade's definitely benefiting Kira, definitely helping him along. As the Disruptor and everything else continue to come through. He's going to come about. Disruptor shot comes in. He goes just inch off over to the side. The +3 attack still building. Finally a good Disruptor shot. I was going to say, felt like the first few moments of this fight, the Disruptor shots were not looking to be all that crazy. The Zealot's still coming forward. A couple of Ghosts begin to go down. We get into that healing shrine and get a little bit of healing done. As the Disruptor still built through. The army of Zoun looking to step forward. The +3 attack upgrade will be done shortly. Next is about to go down. It's just going to be seeing that forward base just going to drop in already. Now the few Zealots charge forward. A couple of Marines going down. The Stalker's pulling in toward the orbital. And the Zealot's going to continue through. I mean, this turns into something of a base trade, but the problem for Q is when he lost those 20+ workers, he's never really stabilized back from that. He's actually had a few good moments since then. You know, like, there's actually been some moments where, like, actually Q is looking, you know, good, and the army supply has been good, but he's never had the economy back on his side, and Zoun has been able to withstand long enough that his economy is just going to come through and carry him through some of the fights that were otherwise actually looking pretty rough for him. Right now this looks a little bit tough all around. As the Bioforce regathers, Stalkers and Disruptors join up together. Reasonable EMP. Well, these rocks will be targeted by both sides. It's always funny when both sides are like, yep, I would like those rocks to be gone. Disruptors are going to reach through and hit those few ghosts. More Disruptor shots actually going to land very nicely. He was kind of desperate. He has to force the issue, pushing toward a choke point with Disruptor shots firing up. It's never going to end super prettily for you, right? As Bioforce gets waned down, whittled away. This game 1 is going to go to Zoun. After I mean, definitely a bit of back and forth. But, yeah, there was a moment where I just felt like you had so much army, he maybe pushing just never stopped, but never really found his chance to get that kind of push started, I suppose. Even now, low HP Disruptors are getting actually a lot of value. It's going to be GG called. Zoun is going to take game 1 of this best of 3 series. So the day will begin with the Zoun getting the first map off of Cure. Head ourselves into a game 2 of this in a couple of moments. Get that ready to go. That really rumble. I've just realized my my tournament playoffs have just moved on to same day as GSL. I'll just readjust that. Alright. Cool. I'll fix it. Friday, Saturday. Yes. Cool. Apparently GSL just changed that dates like 9 hours ago. It's a classic. That is a classic. Alrighty guys, let's jump in. It takes me a little while to host right now because I keep logging me into the American server. It's gonna take me a little while to host because every time we come out of game, there's a we get completely disconnected because there was a patch as these games were played, so we have to go offline mode to watch them. It's silly, but it's just the way it works. It's just the way it works. Alright, game 2. As in the bottom left-hand side. His blue Terran is going to be cured down a game. And he's up against Zoun, who is leading the series in this opening match at Group A of the GSL round of 12. I'll say round of 24. Those were the days. Those were the days. Is that going to be a problem if he gets to EWC? He's already qualified. He came through the Korean qualifier. Be cure in the process, if I'm not mistaken, in the winners bracket final. I was surprised Zoun didn't do as well at Dallas, honestly. I thought he would do better there. Especially in the matchups he lost in. Those were the matchups I felt very confident for him for, so I was surprised to see him go down as early as he did. I agree, Zoun is definitely quite a scary opponent to come up against, especially in PvT. I really think this is a match where he's been particularly good. Marine does get the probe, that's a nice catch. Depth Chrono boosting, Nexus and the Assimilator still coming through. Stalking that warp gate. Continue to come around still. So look for chances to come through. The Marine's going to start fighting. Stargate's obviously a fun choice from Zoun, something you don't see all the time in PvT nowadays. So used to being kind of drawn directly into the Twilight Council game after game. Zoun will instantly go to the Phoenix here. Phoenix charges had a lot more popularity lately. Let's see if that's what Zoun wants to do. A very good defensive setup in that case against some of the earlier tank pushes that Q might like to do. And there is the Twilight Council coming in to fulfill that prophecy. Phoenix does not pull back. I was going to say I was just expecting that to move away and it just didn't. Still going to get this medevac though. Those Marines are going to be in trouble, so everything here will die. Which is great. So we are going to successfully get ourselves some stacks. Just going to be seeing the charge coming through. 12 probes coming up. Well, Cyclone Locums, we try and now play defense against those Phoenix. They're going to consistently have a chance to put some pressure in. Actually gets there, and actually you're going to be nice secure to actually get through and actually deal some damage again, so we'll come straight in. Probes that go down already. With the Phoenix, again, everything like this should be fairly easily defendable. Max gonna move. Tech Lab on the way for it, so Combat Chills can get started. We get all those bio upgrades ready to go at the moment. Doing Combat Chills still both coming up. Temple Archives coming through. Uncle hanging out. The Banshee gonna go up that right side against Storm, and the +1 continue to come about. Just gonna see the couple cyclones going nicely onto those Phoenix. The Banshee coming back around, still trying to find some extra work. As the Phoenix are out of position to defend it, finally have a chance to actually get something done. The medevac will go through the top as well as Kua looks to try and get some more work done currently. Marines get there, pile 1 goes down. Those else gonna go charging through. Marauder taking damage. Couple of Marines coming about. And it's gonna be just this kind of idea of a counter attack. It's not a lot, but it keeps a little bit of pressure coming through. And those 2 SCVs get picked away at the +2 and the Blunt coming across as well. Plus, if he's going down. And the next again builds. I'm going to go over to that fourth base. I love that this Banshee's been able to sneak around for so long. Continuing to be active at this point. He's only had 3 kills, but that's a lot better than the other Banshee, right? Got in, got taken out so soon. Just the threat of it and forcing workers to run around every now and again is beneficial as well. Now gonna get a catch onto a few of the zealots. And so I'm just getting that 4th base up. Here already sitting on his 3 bases comfortably, again hitting the Vikings and the Ghosts just before he thinks about the armory for the 2-2 upgrades. Army comes down out to the south. He was actually down over there as well, so we might see a little bit of a clash out on the map at the moment. Robo Facility, Robo Bay, both coming through. EMP are still going down. Couple of lock-ons, Cyclones getting those locks already. And as the blink is nearly finished, so those Stalkers in the back will be able to maybe chase the Medivacs a little bit more easily, reposition themselves a little bit as well. Have the cannon going down, one Storm. Actually hits a couple of those Widow lines. Another Storm and a few of the Marines taking damage as well. Widow line's going to connect onto those Zealots. One Zealots warping in, the couple of Colossus coming through. Another Storm comes down and a few Marines get caught immediately. I like what Kier's doing in terms of the patience of this fight, right? He's kind of moving in, he's taking a second. Obviously the Storms continue to zone him out for the most part, but he's doing a good job of just sticking to the position, letting the Storms be used, and just slowly progressing himself. This Banshee gonna give itself up, I mean. I think it just got mis-hotkeyed or something, sent forwards. It's gonna go down. For a moment I was like, maybe he's about to try and target the sentry and hope there isn't an observer there, but he didn't even try and pay attention to it, so I think just a misplay. That's Cure. This is not a bad fight, right? Coming around the corner, the Zealots take a little while to get there, slowed by some concussive shells. Charge already used, definitely hurts. But, yeah, obviously once the Storm comes down with the Terran units going around the corner as well, then the Storm is able to do very well in terms of keeping things away. That Observer will also be knocked down here. And this Bioforce gathering. Looking for that High Templar. We actually get the High Templar that goes, although 2 Ghosts go down very quickly. Vikings are busying themselves on the Phoenix, so the 2 Colossus are putting some serious work in target firing the Marines initially, and ensuring that they go down. No Thermal Lancer is dangerous for those Colossus to step forward, but Zoun is winning this fight currently as he pushes Kira away. The few Stalkers with Blink able to chase a little as well and get a couple more kills. +3 attacks starting up. The extended Thermal Lance is still halfway done. 4 more Zealots going through as the little EMP comes down onto the Stalkers. And that Bioforce will continue to push the Stalkers and the Colossus away. And Templar moving about. A couple of those Widow Mines get burrowed up. See those couple Storms still coming down. And those couple of Disruptors continue to produce for the moment. Just going to have ourselves the 2-2 finishing very shortly. That's going to get down. Just going to be having ourselves the Widow Mine going off. A few of those Zealots getting hit. I mean, because I'm going to keep up the pressure right now as he's definitely taking that army advantage. So looking to keep it going at the moment. Just going to see another Storm or 2 coming down onto the ByuN at the moment there. And center burning, backing away. The Zealot Sword Colossus comes back over the right side. Kira's already dropping down on army supply, and then he drops down on some of the SCV count as well. Both of the Colossus coming through, a couple of Disruptor shots fire, a couple of Ghosts going down already. I mean, honestly, again, not a bad little defense from Kira. There's been a few times where he's been able to kind of hang on in there and... yeah, hang on in there, just sort of survive on through, take some good fights. Couple Disruptors pulled back over, a couple High Templar joined together. Kira just trying to... I mean, he needs to rebuild a bit of economy realistically, right? What else can we really do at this point? Kind of need some of that eco to come through here as the factory moves across. ByuN moving around, a couple stalks coming over. ByuN coming through, the extra Zealots coming by, a couple of Nexus still building. Disruptors just gonna grab the edges of a couple of units. Trying to step back through. There's only that one Colossus. The Viking count is good. EMPs, if they can get good enough EMPs off, there's some opportunity here. We just gotta get through those Zealots quickly. The Colossus will go down. Disruptor shot is eaten by the Bioforce, though. That's not what you need. Honestly, this is the sort of fight I think Kira could have won, but you can't eat the Disruptor shot at the end of the day. You just cannot. You can't take the Disruptor shot at all. Just a little bit too much as the next Disruptor shot comes through. We'll clip just a couple of the Marines. Kira still hanging about. Zoun 170 supply currently. Again, just threatening to keep on pressing on in. I mean, this orbital looks as though it's going to be in some trouble. Zoun is going to have too much, and it's going to take down this game and take the 2-0. Definitely getting to that kind of army just gets so difficult for the Terrans to deal with, it seems, still just unable to really stop a lot of these situations from getting built up. Alright guys, we'll jump into our next matchup here in Group A. So the second starting match of this group. Just swap back over and log in again. So this should be Solar versus Creator as match number 2 in this GSL group. So we'll be getting into that in a moment. We'll just give it a moment for some ad time to run through. Got to get that done. We can go from there. Alrighty, so yeah, we got Silver's credit ready to go, guys. Jump into this PVZ and go from there. We work our way through some action today from the GSL Group A. Alright, let's jump in to Silver's creator. Like I said, just needed a bit of time for ads. Oh, I hate this. I hate that there's been a patch. You have to, like, again, load up every single time. It's annoying. Anyways, not really that bad of a that big of a deal. Let's get in to this PVZ series. So obviously, the winner of this would advance through to play against Zoun, while the loser will fall down to play against Cure. Right on the top left and Solar in the bottom left as we kick off into game number 1 of this best of 3 today. When the assembly coming up as we get this PVZ then established, we'll see what the idea is going to be. And Hatch Gas and Pool coming up. Couple drones coming about. The next coming in. Some Screaming Waffles. Thank you so much for the 21-month resub on the Prime. Appreciate it. So much for the resub. Thank you so much. And Cybercore coming through. The assembly getting going. Well, just gonna be seeing the Nexus coming up. Stargate gonna come by. As we have the Wargate building, link speed on the way. And Stargate building up, and that's going to give us a very standard starting point here, so no surprises just yet. Everything going as we kind of expected to for now. The Hatcher on the bottom side, a couple of depths together may try and get something done, so we'll see what they we'll aim for, see if they can get a shade in. I mean, obviously we're aware that they're there, so we'll just wait and see. And link speed's about to finish. Depths gather up again. The Oracle coming down to the bottom side. Oracle, a couple of Depths coming through. Queen's going to be right there. Oracle will take some damage. I see the 2 Adepts coming down to the bottom. Just going to be again looking for that opportunity, combined with the Oracle as well. Chance to maybe get something done. Queen's gathering. Yeah, that Twilight Council and those gateways continue to come online here, so we get that all set up. Resonant Glaives getting built in. 3 gateways still in production. The Feelings making their way over. Hero Chimper and Roachron still building up here. The Lair on the way. The drones in production. Again, a couple of those Adepts still building through as the Resonating Glaives. Comes up to being about halfway done here. So credit again that preparation there. As yeah, what's up, New Blitz 123 on the Prime sub. Thank you so much for priming us up today. Appreciate it. And my upgraded build, the Lair is coming through. Again, the Extractor and a Hatchery being added on. The Fueling still going after the probe there. Going to be able to take that probe down, so the probe will fall. The Fueling is now jumping on top of some other probes. Oracle's diving in. And a couple of those drones still taking damage, but it's about these Adepts that are about to show up. So how does Solar prepare for this? He's got Roaches already on the way. Definitely a step in a nice direction. Going to shade, and again we are going to have ourselves that little bit of a push through towards the natural. So can these Adepts get in? Yes they can, but enough Fling Roach to scare this away. This is going to be taking a fight with the Roaches, which is not going to do too much. Melee upgrade finishing shortly. Oracle's still trying to poke on forward. Queen's going to be there. Ravages and Lings gathering up. The Blink and the +1 coming through on the side of Creator. Get that Temple Archives coming up as well. I've seen the big push from Solar. He's obviously defending these Adepts pretty well. They didn't do that much, and that gives Solar the opportunity here to go across the map and to get aggressive. So they're going to be coming straight through with this, and we already have the first Daze Ward actually going down as well, so that's not great. Oracle's not going to be as effective as they should be. The Stalkers don't have Blink yet either, so Solar is going to pounce on an army that is, quite simply put, underprepared to really deal with this at all. A couple of Oracles taking some hits from the Queens that were brought across, but they, I mean, to be fair, we do get rid of the Queens now, right? So we've got 2 Oracles remaining. At least we did until the Ravager Bile got rid of one more. Actually, we actually still had 2. We had... Oh, sorry. I thought one Oracle had already died, but apparently that was the first one that died to that Bile. As Solar will get chased away, those Oracles still zapping, and especially against the Ravagers, Oracle zaps do a pretty decent amount. Roachling Queen still coming through. Roach gathering, still got the extra roaches building. Queen on the way. Oracle will activate, and a couple of those Ravagers still putting work in. Queens will fire, and the Oracle will take some more shots. To attack. Prism on the way up. Add a Nexus on. Still got a little bit of creep starting to push through the center. So Solo going to get ready to go again. He's not stopped a drone. He's just going to make another round of units here. Roach Ravager. It's going to be setting up then. Stalkers obviously now at least have Blink, so that's going to be a big bonus. Gonna get that Immortal, not quite going to get there just yet. It's a lot of Roach Ravager, man. These Stalkers are going to have to start coming up and trading. Every time they're off cooldown with Blink, you want to be kind of trading with these Stalkers. Blinking back, getting shots off, not taking damage yourself. Ravager still breaking into the natural here just for the moment, so getting straight in. This is a it's just not enough Stalkers at the end of the day. I mean, sometimes you see these Stalkers able to kind of like really hold on, but I think there's just so many Ravagers as well, right? There's so much quality in this army, as well as just quantity. Like sometimes you see the quantity in terms of like, oh my goodness, there's just going to be so many roaches. But when there's this many Ravagers too, that damage output is high, the corrosive vials are super consistent. That obviously is absolutely huge. So let's use it to his advantage to take game number 1 of this best of 3. So Solo gets that opening game as we'll add it ready ourselves into a game 2 in just a couple of moments. Then we'll see what exactly our players have in store for us for a second map. As soon as I get logged back in, guys. What did they even patch? Does anyone even know what updated or what got patched? Or was it just one of those random patches where nothing actually really happens? All right, let's go in. Let's start. Alright guys, back into it. So just taking a bit longer than usual for replays to load in between games because I gotta log back in. We have got in the bottom left hand side down a game. The Resonating Glaives does not quite work out for him. The red Protoss player is Creator. Up against the blue Zerg in the top right, we have Solar. Game 2 of this best of 3 as we get started up. Null probes. Return back home. Hatch, gas, and pool getting set up as well. Typical coming in. Next is on the way up. Have the Overlord checking by into the natural expansion. Cybercore coming up, next in the Pro coming over, Queens and the Lings on the way by. I don't think Creator would try Glaives the second time here. Soul was pretty well prepped in that last game. Even though he was going melee, he had the roaches ready to build, and he got them building nice and quickly. I feel like Jan's going to be the choice from Creator this time. So actually going to go Twilight straight away. Never mind Stargate into Twilight. Maybe he's going to double down on the Glaives. He could also go for the, how many workers has he got on gas? 3 of each? He might actually go Dark Shrine. You could go Dark Shrine and invest into some DTs, into the Archons. It's a possibility as well. Something, kind of thing that actually Creator likes doing here and there. He's just going to go for the Glaives. Just going to go straight into Glaives this time. We'll study a couple of gates coming straight through. Glaive's about halfway done. Rotron coming up. The extra queens and the drones continue to get produced through as well. Negotiating up again. Glaive's going to be finished shortly, so a bit of a faster timing here. What will be the preparation from Solar? A bunch of Overlords coming in right now. The Rotron is about to finish up. When the Lings still gather together. It's going to see those few Lings coming about. Pro's going to try and come through. Results gather through. Continue to get set up for the moment. Just going to continue around, just going to continue to put some pressure in. It's going to be the Roaches obviously here will slowly kind of chip through them, but the Adepts do have control on the third base location currently. Roaches and the Ravager are going to start fighting. The Adepts cancel their shades, so they're going to stick here, and the few Lings are going to show up as well. Get in front, protect the Roaches a little bit, and give the Roaches a chance to do some damage. Obviously, the Lings doing okay damage themselves as well. Sentries can get set up. Ling Roach Ravager coming down. I see the Ling is looking for maybe a potential catch on those few Adepts. I mean, the Adepts just on the wrong location. The Immortal going to try and hold the wall off the Prism. And bring some units back over as well. Driver will keep filling around a few corrosive valves dropping in. Sentry's going down. Pylon going to be taken out. Another sentry falling as these lings continue to rampage into that mineral line. The prism loading back up again. Couple batteries will go down once more. And we'll put some work straight onto that Nexus. So Nexus taking some damage. The lings on the lair continue to come through. Get rid of that Nexus, and this is going to be tough for Creator. Definitely a good counterattack again from Stola. Lair on the way, and the drone's coming up, so we can continue from here. Prism shows up again. They forge the gate, and the blink continue to come through the lair. It's about to be done from Stola, so the tech away from here can come through shortly. Prism drops a couple units off, gonna load a couple of them up. Evo chamber and that roach should be coming in. The extra roaches are coming by. Have our +1 missiles and that roach speed building up. Plenty more roaches coming through. The Robo Bay and the extra gateways coming online. The Nexus coming up as well. Still have those lings coming over as a few of the probes get chased. 3 workers going down. The lings back away over to that left side prism. Back into the center. And it's going to be a couple of mortals getting rid of a creep tumor. I'm just going to sit there again. A couple of mortals gathering up. Islands on the way. Colossus +1 and Blink all coming through. And the +1 missiles coming about as well as our lings and our Ravagers gather. The prism will just be loading back up once again. A few probes still coming across. And those Ravagers heading out down to the 6 o'clock for the moment. A couple of those lings getting chipped away at. And Stalkers and everything else gathers together here. The prism comes back through. The few Ravagers going to start firing up a storm. The corrosive valves coming in. A couple of those immortals are going to take some hits. The depth's going to gather up. Corrosive valves hitting the gateway and the cyber core. Ravagers really surging forward, and Solo having a little bit too much right now. It's looking as though he's just going to be able to take this out, clean this up. Take game 2, and hence this series. Pretty cozy series, really, from Solar. GG. Solar 2, Credit 0. And Solar moves through to the winners match. Just like that. Alrighty, guys. Let's have a look at Solar versus Zoun, I guess. I guess I'll be RB. I'll come right back. Hello guys. Actually, I'm just gonna wrap up the stream for the day. You might be able to tell, my energy is not there. I don't really feel 100%. I've been really freaking tired since I came back from Poland. I just think my body's not quite 100%. I'm really struggling today. Yeah. My energy's not there. I feel like I can't get my head in the games at all. I'd rather just call it early, regroup, and cast the games at a bit of a better point where I actually have some energy instead of just kind of mumbling along for the sake of mumbling along. So I think, yeah. I feel if you've listened to the last couple of games, you can probably feel it was pretty low energy and pretty still. So I think I'm just going to call it early, guys. Sorry. But I think rather just go and rest up a little bit and come back a bit more full energy tomorrow. We've got to qualify for the WardiTV June, and we'll be back on Thursday and Friday with group stages of that. I do need to get groups together for that, but yeah. I think we're going to do that instead of just trying to trudge through some replays today. So thanks for understanding. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some StarCraft again, and I appreciate you guys. See you later.